All right, let's jump right in. We are well past the point of just talking about cool new AI tools for marketing. What we're seeing now is a complete, fundamental shift in how marketing actually gets done. I mean, from the ground up. By 2026, the entire playbook we all learned, it's been totally rewritten. And this quote right here, it gets to the absolute heart of it. AI isn't just a fresh coat of paint on an old house. No, it's a completely new foundation. It's a structural force. It's changing the very plumbing of how work flows, the framework for how we make decisions. I mean, it is a deep, systemic change. So here's the thing you really got to get. Trying to just sprinkle some AI on top of your old workflows, it's just not going to work. Those slow, step-by-step processes that defined marketing for, decades, they simply can't keep up anymore. The old playbook is officially obsolete.
So, how are the best teams adapting? Well, the first huge change is all about operations. It's about the structure of the teams themselves and the speed they can move at. We're seeing a massive shift away from those isolated silos and into these really integrated systems.
And just look at the difference here. On one side, you've got the old assembly line, right? Strategy finishes their part, they hand it off to creative. Creative hands it off to analytics. It's slow, there's friction at every single handoff. Now compare that to the new way, these pod-based teams. Strategy, creative, analytics, they're all in the room, working together in parallel. It's a system that's literally built for speed and adaptation.
So how do these pods actually operate day to day? Well, first, AI is constantly feeding the team real-time insights, what's working, what's not, right now. And because the team is all together, they can act on those signals immediately. There are no handoffs, no waiting for next week's meeting. And this is the magic part. It means campaigns are evolving while they're live. You're optimizing in flight, not waiting for some month-end report. It's this incredible continuous loop of insight and action.
Okay, so teams are working faster. But the next big question is, are they working smarter? And that brings us to the second massive shift, this time in strategy. You know, for decades, we've planned everything by looking in the rearview mirror. Well, AI is flipping that completely on its head.
This slide just says it all, doesn't it? For so long, strategy was all about hindsight. We'd look at last quarter's report, see what happened, and then try to guess what to do next. Now, it's about foresight. We're using predictive models to forecast potential outcomes before we spend a single dollar. It's a total game changer.
And the advantages here are just massive. I mean, think about it. You can model out different campaign scenarios to see which one has the best shot. You can forecast which channels are likely to give you the best bang for your buck. You can spot risks before they become problems. Your strategy meetings are no longer about what happened last month. They're about what's going to happen next month.
Okay, now let's get to where the rubber really meets the road. This is the change you can see and feel the most, how brands actually connect with their customers. The way people find information is going through this incredible transformation, and it's all happening in search.
And the big driver here is something called Google's AI overviews. So you know how you used to get a list of 10 blue links? Well, now, more and more, you're getting an AI-generated summary right at the very top of the page. Google's AI is reading a bunch of different sources it trusts and then synthesizing one single answer for you. And listen, this is not some little feature they're just testing out. We're talking about AI overviews showing up in a massive 30 to 45% of informational searches. That means for almost half of the times people are asking questions, the game has completely changed. This is a core part of the search experience now.
So what's the impact on your website traffic? Well, here's the trade-off. The raw number of clicks you get, yeah, that might go down. And that makes sense, right? If people get their answer right on Google, they don't need to click through. But, and this is so important, the quality of the traffic that does click through goes way, way up. These are people who are super informed and much further down the path to making a decision.
This quote is basically the new mantra for search. The goal isn't just to get the click anymore. The goal is to be seen as such a trusted source that the AI uses your information in its answer. Visibility and authority. Those are the new currencies.
So how in the world do you become one of those trusted sources? It's definitely not about old-school tricks like stuffing keywords everywhere. Forget that. It all boils down to two things: clarity and credibility. You have to build genuine, recognized authority on your topic, and you have to structure your content so that an AI can easily understand it and, more importantly, trust it.
Now, with all this talk about AI running everything, it's really easy to think, well, where do the humans fit in? But actually, the exact opposite is true. As these powerful AI tools become available to everyone, the human element, your team's expertise, becomes the ultimate competitive advantage.
The new must-have skill for every marketer is something called AI fluency. And look, this is way more than just knowing which buttons to push on a tool. It's a deep understanding of how these AI systems actually think, where their blind spots are, where they tend to fail, and how to scale them effectively. It's about being the pilot, not just a passenger.
And that is precisely why fluency matters so much. Pretty soon, everyone is going to have access to the same incredibly powerful AI. The tech itself becomes a commodity. The real differentiator won't be the tool you have, but what your people can do with it. It's all about capability.
Which brings us to this human-led model. Think of it like this. AI is the powerful engine, right? It can do the heavy lifting, the processing at incredible speeds. But the humans? We're in the cockpit. We set the destination. That's strategy. We make the critical judgment calls that an AI can't. And we are ultimately accountable for where this thing goes, making sure it's used ethically and responsibly. The engine is powerful for sure, but the humans are still at the wheel.
So we'll leave you with this question to think about. It is absolutely clear that AI tools are getting smarter by the day. But just having a smart tool isn't nearly enough. The real question every single one of us needs to be asking is, are we ready? Is our operating model, is our team, is our strategy ready for this new world?